their seat. We got to really like, all right, everyone stand up. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Pump up. Do a little dance. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. We gotta do a little extra to match the energy level that Elias is saying.
Okay, Kyle.
Look at
It's
that,
that camera.
Come on,
I like
Carmen.
it. I like it. And
What's
Elias
up?
wanted us to. Elias wanted to let everyone know that he's bummed that he can't make it, but he's down in San Diego for a funeral, as I think he's mentioned to everybody. So obviously, it would take a lot for him to get pulled away from the team. Not something that he does often, but he wants everybody to know that he appreciates everything that everybody's doing and all the efforts of everyone on the team. So that being said, I'm going to do my best, Elias, here, and let's get this thing started. Start off with some boomer technical difficulties.
You have a link to the slides, John?
Yeah, I've got the slides. I just need to do screen share. All right, let's go. Fast Real Estate Team Meeting, March 23rd, hosted by John Gomez, not Elias. Thanks everyone for coming here. I'm trying to think of like, what are all the things that Elias does that, really set these things off. And I think he always talks about how grateful he is. And I think I'll do the same. Like, I'm pretty grateful to have this opportunity and work with his team. I'm grateful to where our business is at right now. It's been a good couple weeks for me with my business and stoked with how everything's going. If everyone could just make sure that they're on mute as we get this thing going. Good to see people in the offices. All right, let's go. So drop your wins and shout outs in the chat and your IG handle so we can all stay connected. Let's see, let's pull up the chat here. Yeah, let's hear some wins. Kevin Bowie. All right, I need some wins, people. I guess I'll start out with some wins. Learned how to launch an ISA department. Kenny, that event looked pretty dope. It made me really look forward to when we can all get together and have a giant charcuterie board and what was with the deal? What was the deal with why was there like a water slide like playground in the park? Was that like the hotel's like playground?
Oh, that was a house. It's an $8.5 million house. We were using the main house. It has like 3 other small houses on it. They use it for a lot of mastermind events in San Diego.
Oh, no way. That's pretty sweet. Thanks to Karina for always having my back. Eric got a new listing, 7001 MacArthur. Hit him up. What is that, like 73rd and MacArthur? Is that the one you posted yesterday, Eric? That was super cute. I was looking at your story and I just kept hearing you say cute when I was looking at it. Laura made my first instant response video to find a listing prospect, and we'll do 3 more today. I love that. Karina is the GOAT. Appreciate your love and support. Everybody can agree with that. Cross the fingers for Laura. Joaquin helping handle the clients in Antioch. Joaquin's a great go-to for East County. Like Christina was saying, we got a lot of strong agents in East County, and it's going to get even better when we've got an office for you to work out of. Shout out to Jack for covering me when I was out of town this past weekend. I would also like to shout out Jack for covering for me. I texted him at like 10 o'clock at night and asked him if he could go over to my listing to open the blinds. I went out of town last minute Friday night, texted Jack at like 10 o'clock. Jack was over there at 7 a.m. And Jack's a young dude. I don't know if he wakes up early. He was down 7 a.m. He's over at my listing. He was only a couple minutes from his house, so I didn't feel bad. But thank you. Shout out to Jack. There's so many wins I can't keep up. Kevin Bowie's got a condo in Emeryville coming up soon. 1-1. Holler at him. Walnut Creek office. I think that's Melody's got a new listing on Pacheco Boulevard in Martinez. Demi on Bledsoe. Shout out to Miles. We went and toured homes and made contact for the socials. I love it. Thanks, Kate, for being Kate. That's a good one, too. Thank you all for being you. Kevin just dropped the address for his listing, so if you need a condo, holler at your boy. Let's see. All right. I like it. And don't forget to drop, especially the newer agents, drop your social media handles in there so we can all get each other going, followed, and get that all going. Christina got a Oakley listing and contract today. Shout out to Martinique, getting busy in Oakland. Love it. Right on. Keep dropping those wins. We're going to move on, but keep dropping them in. Let's welcome some guests today. We have Ernesto Hernandez, referred by Peter. Peter, are you here? Is Ernesto here?
I don't see Peter Ernesto is here. What's up, Ernesto? Are you on the phone? Saw his name.
All right.
That's the
Kenny, do you see Jay on here?
Jay. Nope, I don't see Jay on here. We'll skip that.
All right. Pamela, do you see Maria on here?
What's up, Maria?
You there? Oh, Maria.
Yes, I'm here. Hey.
You can go. You can introduce yourself.
Oh, no. I'm in Sacramento. So if anybody needs any help in Sacramento, reach out, please.
Maybe give some background about yourself. Like, which companies you've been at, what market specifically you service in SAC. You have a lot of years of experience and a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
So I've been in real estate thanks to Miss Pamela for a while. I've known Pamela since we were children. That was just a few days ago. I was with Realty One for 5 years prior to joining eXp. I live in Elk Grove, but I handle everything from El Dorado Hills all the way down to San Jose. So now that I have you guys, I don't have to drive that much anymore. Thank God. But yeah, and I'm also a pastor and just all around wine lover. I wish you would call me a wine diva. Wine.
I like it. Well, it's good to get some more reinforcements up there. You have great hair, by the way. You got some in there. I like it. But yeah, we've got our Sacramento contingent is growing. I know Chris, I'm sure, is going to be happy to have some more people up there because I know that Chris is. It seems like we've been sending a lot your way, Chris. Is that the case? We told you when you were thinking about coming on that if we had someone up there, we would have.
Yeah, that has been the case, and super grateful, but excited to have more people in SAC for sure.
Nice. Yeah. So if you guys haven't already, you guys should definitely connect. I'm sure you've kept in touch, and JP and Tyler and everyone up there. It's cool to see the team growing up there, and I think the SAC area connections only get stronger as time goes by. So let's do it. All right. Let's bring this back up. Kenny, I don't want to mess that name up. Nkosi.
Hey, yeah, I'm in Kosi. I'm in Oakland. Currently live in Oakland. I am a information technologist, specializing in like cloud infrastructure, network infrastructure. My past positions, I've been working with commercial real estate primarily in San Francisco, building out flex office spaces for a number of offices in the San Francisco area. But yeah, I'm an investor as well. Do a lot of fix and flips out in Tampa Bay and St. Pete, and really just getting my feet wet with getting into real estate and being an agent. So yeah, definitely loving the journey thus far. I'm currently just preparing for my exam. So just looking forward to getting my feet wet and look forward to joining this team. So I appreciate it.
Right on.
Oh, awesome to have you, man.
Thanks.
That sounds good, man. Well, thanks for joining us today, and I'm sure you connect with some of the agents here. We've got great resources. And one thing I think that's really cool about our team is that we really kind of bring people into the fold, even as you're just like in your position, still working on getting your license, and then you can really just like hit the ground running. I mean, I think that one of the many things that's blown me away about this team is just how fast new agents launch. It's awesome, and I think a lot of it is the prep that's done before you're even licensed, and I think it says something about the people that are getting prepared before they even license versus someone that's like getting their license and then thinking about what they're going to do. It's like you really just get that boost if you're ahead of the game. So thanks for being here.
I got a call with him yesterday, and he described our culture right away. It's like fun, collaborative. I was like, what did you look at? I forgot I sent him our team meetings last time. And he's been following a lot of our agents. I think you said you were following like Peter.
Yeah,
Will,
Peter.
maybe?
Yeah, Peter, Will, Wolf, and Vivian, to name a few. So I've definitely been lurking on IG.
Nice.
That's the power of team. Yeah, I mean the energy brings on the other people. We got a couple more people that surprise guests too, but I got one more. Tyler, why don't you introduce yourself? We had a great quick chat yesterday. Tyler is in the early process of shopping brokerages. You can kind of give your feedback and what you've experienced so far.
Hey everyone, I'm Tyler Lone Star. I was born and raised in the East Bay. Still currently in the East Bay, living in Danville. I just graduated from St. Mary's, and just passed my real estate license earlier this month. So I'm kind of just exploring the different brokerages around my area. And so, I thank you guys for letting me join this meeting and listen in today.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. I mean, with a name like Tyler Lone Star, I mean, Lone Star is like a built-in brand name, so that's pretty sweet. So did you grow up in Danville, or did you like been in the area a long time?
Yeah, so like San Ramon, Danville area where I grew up, and then I went to De La Salle, and then to St. Mary's. So I've been in the Bay Area my whole life.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, we've got some agents down that way, but we could always use more along that 680 corridor, especially people that have been there for a while and know it really well. So I think it'd be a great fit, man. Reach out to any of the agents on our team if you have any questions about how it's going for them. Is that it? Kenny, you said there's a couple more that aren't on here.
I saw Andrew pop in. I think that's Will's guess. It's not. It's
Will,
on
do
the
you have a
list.
guess here?
Yes, Andrew is here. He is a licensed realtor in SoCal. So he moved down there, I think, a couple of years ago, and he's planning to come back to the Bay. I mean, I'm talking to his boyfriend to get him moved back to the Bay. It actually helped me a lot. I actually bothered him a lot when I was going to taking classes and going through the exam. So he helped me a lot. So welcome, Andrew. Introduce yourself.
Hold on, Kenny.
I'm Andrew Lynn. I'm currently in. Hi, everyone. Thanks, Will, for inviting me to this great group. I've heard a lot about the team. Currently licensed in Orange County. Live in Huntington Beach. Moved originally from San Jose. Born and grew up here in the Bay Area, so know South Bay pretty well. And moved down to Huntington Beach just for a change of pace about 2.5. It's almost 3 years ago. So primarily in Orange County and LA, and yeah, things have been crazy, but possibly looking to see what opportunities are up here in the Bay, because maybe moving back up here. Not sure what the timeline looks like, but open to different opportunities and possibilities. So
Huntington Beach, what's up?
Yeah.
I grew up surfing Southside, bro.
Nice.
Nice. I like it. Well, thanks for helping Will out when he was coming up, because he was one of those agents that really just hit the ground running and took off once he got his license. And it sounds like.
Of course. I mean, Will was looking to get into real estate. I'm like, you'd be perfect for it because you have the great personality and really connect with people and everything. So I'm so happy to see Will do so well, especially in his first few months on the team. So, I mean, he's amazing and so happy to see him flourish and yeah, do fantastic. So.
Yeah, we love it. We love us some Will, and we'd love to have you up here too. And hey, you can join if you stay down in SoCal. Also, we're expanding in every direction. So right on. Well, thanks for being here. Is that it? Anyone else have a guest on that we might have missed?
I have a guest.
Melody, do you have a comment, Melody? Sorry, I heard.
Do I see David Polson on this
Oh,
call?
that was Kevin's guest.
That's my guy, David Polson. I had.
Oh my God, your guy. Hold on. My guy. I've known him for like 15 years. Hi, David.
Hi, Melody. Hi, Kevin.
You were my old trainer at Better Homes and Gardens in 2013.
I know, and I'm watching you blow up on Instagram, both you and Kevin. So I call Kevin and just kind of check in with him and see how everything's going. And you guys are going crazy. So
Kevin's the best.
That's exciting.
Yes.
You too, man.
I'm
What,
so excited to have
three
you.
listings this week? Not bad.
And counting, honey. Congrats, Anna. I'll see you later. I'll call you later. Congrats on coming on the call. It's nice to see you.
Thank you. Good
Nice.
seeing
David,
you.
you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? It sounds like you go way back in the industry. So
Yeah. So I worked for Better Homes and Gardens. I managed an office. I also was a productivity trainer. So I was lucky enough to coach Melody there. And then I moved over to KW about 5 years ago, and I got lucky and met Kevin. We were in a Bold conference together and have stayed in touch ever since. And so very lucky to know these great people. So
awesome. Well, thanks for being here. Hop in anytime, every Tuesday at 10:30.
Cool.
John,
Yeah.
John, is it okay if I say something to my old boss?
Jonathan.
I don't know if he recognized me. I don't know if he recognized me. I mean, I didn't recognize your hair, you know, in the front, but
I
was
can't
like,
get a haircut.
I was like, that's my old boss. So Melody knows him. I know him. He used to manage us at Better Homes and Gardens in San Francisco on Valencia. We were right in that Valencia corridor.
Exactly.
You know, right when we were moving from Mason McDuffie to what was it, Steve and them and Rick Whipple and Debbie Wong.
Yep.
You know, and then he was our guy. He was our boss. He was my boss. You know, David right here, David Polson. And then
Jonathan's so cool. Such a great guy. You know, I loved working with him.
Hey Dave, I'm just a reflection of you, Dave.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you'd have a bunch of friends over here, David. So
sure.
Come on anytime. And I seen in the chat someone was saying Pamela is going to have her whole childhood neighborhood in here. So it's cool that people are bringing people over that they've known for a while, and it's a great place to be, and I think that's why people are attracted to it, and that's why people are interested. So we're thankful to have you joining us and checking out our meeting today.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm over in San Francisco. And so been here for quite some time and working hard over here. So, and love watching you guys kick ass. So
nice. Thank you. Well, we love kicking ass. So we'll keep it up. Right on. Everybody, anyone else got anyone? Thanks to all the guests for being here and taking a minute to introduce yourself and making sure we're not missing anybody. Okay, sweet. All right. So quick teaching moment. Oh.
John, I got a guess. This is Jeff. It's my boy Justin. He's thinking about getting his real estate license.
Oh, right on. What's up, Justin? Where are you at?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
Hey, Justin. You want to do a quick introduction? Where are you at? You just started taking your classes, or what are you just thinking about?
Yeah, following Jeff, seeing what he's been doing. My name's Justin, by the way, to everyone. And he really got me interested in, I worked with Veritas, who was a property management company, and just working with them, kind of seeing how they were working with everyone in San Francisco as far as like people who were renting and stuff like that, and help looking, finding homes, definitely got me really interested and engaged in this, going to get my real estate license.
Nice, right on. Well, get us your email, drop your email in there. We have an aspiring agents channel in Slack. For anyone that if you're not in there yet and you're thinking about getting your license, make sure we get your email and we'll add you to our aspiring agents channel in Slack. That's, like we said, that's where Walter and Will and some of these agents that were really kind of just in the fold before they even got their license. And I think we've seen how it benefits. Also, I like the P. Willis jersey in the background. Get them all. We got some Niners fans over here. We got Joaquin's got.
Oh yeah, I got the whole shrine.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Right on. Well, thanks for being here, man.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. All right. I think that's everybody. It's awesome to have all the guests. We've had a lot of guests these last few weeks. All right, quick teaching moment. We've got a couple of quick teaching moments, and I'm going to send it over to Karina to drop some knowledge.
Good morning, everybody. I'll try and keep it short here, but we have just a few here. Many of you know that Kelly Stubblefield, who was kind of our team TC, is no longer taking on files for our team. She's wrapping up all existing files. I posted a message in Slack with alternative options. Please schedule a time to chat with those new transaction coordinators to see if one is the right fit for you both before you have an imminent need, ideally. Make sure I know who your TC is. If you're working with multiple, make sure I know that. Introduce me via email so that I can help them with all the relevant eXp information. We have a TC Slack channel as well so that they can help each other learn the process and the ropes and communicate with each other on all eXp things. And then onto the seller in possession or residential lease after sale situations. We want to make sure that you leave a nice hefty deposit, which is called the delivery of possession fee. This is what enforces the the terms of the seller in possession or the residential lease after sale. It ensures that the home is left in good condition and that the seller actually vacates the property. Without substantial monetary consequence, it's harder to enforce vacancy. So this is just something that's come up a couple of times. So please make sure you're leaving that money from the seller proceeds in escrow. Let me know if you have questions. I can walk you through it. And then the final reminder is for AVIDs. Agent visual inspection disclosure on the listing side needs to be completed before you send out those disclosure packages. Really important, like huge. Try and get those done as quickly as you can. And then on the buy side, you should be completing those before the buyer removes their inspection contingency. You should take notes while you're showing the property or while you're at the home inspection. To maximize your time at the home inspection, be sure you're working remotely. Let your clients know that this is the best time for the inspector to focus on the inspection, and then have them meet up a little later so that they can review the results with them at the end.
Karina, so yeah, that's something I learned from my mastermind this weekend too. If you have a 2-3 hour inspection, it's not really good use of your time to be at the home. You want to get the door open, get the inspector in there, unless you work well mobily, which we encourage you to. But if you don't want to just make it a time suck over there. And then also like to how you kind of like framework it or rephrase it is, like if the buyers are there, they're going to distract the inspector. You want to let them do a thorough job by themselves, top to bottom. And then we come in the last half hour or 45 minutes to really go there and have a thorough verbal final walkthrough with them. There's really no need absolutely for any buyer to be at home for 2 hours standing around, and because then they'll just bother them and pick at things, and and they bring their parents, how that goes, and they look around. So it's probably better for everyone's deal for just to come at the very end. So, and then I know you guys are busy, so leverage Slack like how you guys have done the showing. See someone will open the door for you, and it'll just be a better use of your time overall too.
Yep, that's it for my teachable moment.
Awesome. Thank you, Kenny and Karina. That's super good input. CSU updates. All right, let's check out the leaderboards for this past week. Agents, hours working on your business. We got Donna at the top of the board with 31 hours. Kim Tran and Jack Stegner following her up. Peter Lee tied for third with Jack, and then Melody up there also. Great job, and we're definitely seeing the fruits of that labor. So keep it up. We're definitely going to be, as Elias has mentioned, we're going to be using CSU more and more to be tracking activities and tracking transactions and really make that kind of the hub of how we manage a lot of our business as a company. So if you're not logging into CSU, if you're not familiar with it, talk to one of these agents that's up here that clearly is using it, because it's a great tool that Kenny pays for and provides to help maximize your productivity. So it's going to be super necessary as the team to be on it. So like I said, if you're not familiar with it, just start getting used to it, and you'll hear more about it soon. All right, agents hours working in your business leaderboard. We got Jack Stegner up at the top. Donna's up there again. We got Dewey with the arms crossed, old school. Love that headshot. Walter Daniel and DeAndre White up here. And I don't think it's any coincidence that
new headshot, Dewey. Is that a brand new headshot, Dewey? I don't recognize that.
Yeah, I've never seen that one either.
No, that's old.
That's the climb.
Yeah, that's the climb
cool,
one.
Man, I'm a thinner. I got the thick chin now.
You got those. Hit those angles in that headshot. I like Walter's headshot too.
Hey, Dewey, thick is in.
Buyer showings leaderboard. We got Jack up there with 20, DeAndre up there with 19, Dewey with 15, Angelica with 12, and Donna with 11. Jack's out there killing it. We got some shout outs to Jack earlier. Like I said, he's helped me out with some showings, and he's helped Kate out. And I bet there's other agents that are up here with similar numbers with showings that just aren't putting them in a CSU. So like I said, start using it. Find ways to make it efficient as possible, but really, if anything, only to get your beautiful headshots up here with these guys. All right, let's get to new escrows. Starting with Chris, who we talked to up in Sacramento earlier. Chris, you want to tell us about this?
Sure. That was a listing a past client of mine. I helped them buy this place a few years ago, and they're just ready to list. They're moving out of town. We were on the market. We came on the market on Thursday, pending by Tuesday, I think it was, with 4 offers. And so, yeah, just pretty excited about this one. Should be a smooth one. They removed, a couple contingencies. So
What kind of home is it, Chris, for that price?
it's a condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo.
Nice.
In Sac?
In Sac, yeah, it's close to the mall, Art and Fair Mall out here.
Nice. Yeah, places like that, I think you'll see more people. I mean, Sac's cool. I think you see more and more people heading up, and that's why we've been blowing Chris up, because people are thinking about Sacramento. And great to, past client sales are always a good one. So I'm assuming that you've got some systems in place to kind of keep in touch with past clients and people you sold homes to before, and that's how we brought this back to you.
Yep. Yeah. I love staying in touch with my past clients. So my favorite people.
Speaking of staying in touch with her past clients, we got Miss Hane Roxanne up here with the transaction. Roxanne, you want to talk about that one for a minute? I don't do the Hane thing as well as Elias, but I tried. All right.
No, she's not on the call.
Okay, Mauricio, are you on the call? On the board, 480?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, for 480, that was, yeah, Crow Squad. This is one of the 3 I ratified. So, yeah, this was a client that I had met over a year ago. I couldn't get her pre-approved at that time because she's self-employed, so it was really tough. And so a year passes by, we're able to get her pre-approved now. We only went out looking at homes for probably like 2 weeks. I built a really good rapport with the listing agent. They had an offer deadline for, I think, the home came on the market on Thursday. They had an offer deadline, I think, on Monday, Tuesday. We went to see it the day of, and then we submitted the offer the next day with an expiration date for 24 hours. And they took it, they went in, and then just the listing agent called me and then congratulated me and then the client. So yep, got that ratified. And then the other 2, I got ratified as well. So yeah, 3 escrows, go Crows. That's really all I have.
Nice. Wait, there's 3 escrows for the squad, or you had 3 escrows this last week?
I have 3. I ratified 3 last week. Yeah, this was one of those.
Oh, no big deal. I ratified 3 escrows. It's cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, Dewey and Peter, I think you guys are working on a new acronym or some kind of new nickname for your little duo you've got. Is one or 2 or both of you? Are you guys sitting right next to each other?
Hooey.
Who's taking this? Who's going to talk about your deal? Peter?
Sure, I got it.
Jet?
I got it. Hey, but is Ernesto on here? My guest? Or I just got on. Maybe I'm late.
No, 32.
I see his phone in here.
Yeah, he was on here talking hella shit about you, fool. Oh, it's all good as long as he joins the team.
All right, let's hear about your new escrow. How'd you get that one?
This is a Team Fit Agents referral.
Oh, wow.
And it happened pretty fast. She kind of knew what she wanted. We just showed her a few things just so she can cross them off her list to say that, she's been there and seen it. But yeah, that's it. Pretty straightforward. Too soon to celebrate. I'm just looking at my class of 2020, Walt and Will, and still playing catch up. So I don't want to celebrate too early. Keep my head down and keep riding.
One thing I like about these brand new agents crushing it is I think the new agents on the team Peter's a new agent too, but he's riding with Dewey. Like new agents on the team got agents like Dewey scared. Like they can't let someone brand new in the game put up more numbers than them. So we're all motivating each other. I love it. Right on. Mauricio, there you are. All right. Mauricio, 3 deals. Nice, dude. So it's like 1.5 ratified this past week?
Yeah, I think it's 2 mil because I have another escrow that's been like dragging on. It's been a nightmare, but it's closing this week. So it's technically 4 total. It should only be 3 because this other one should have closed like 3 weeks ago. But
how many deals are you in for the year, Mauricio? Deal number what?
So I've already closed 4. Once all of these close, that'll be 8.
You had 15 last year, coming from 2 the last year. You're at 8 your first quarter.
Yeah, so I think I got my first escrow last year around this time. It was like right in the beginning of COVID. So I was lucky enough to get one like right in the beginning of COVID, but then I was dry from that point up until May.
And
So
how long have you been a licensed real estate agent?
licensed for 3 years, full-time for 2 years. This is my second year full-time. Last year was my first year. Yeah.
And you've pretty much been with Kenny and the crew and just kind of all that since you went full-time?
Yeah. So when I first started, I was like in this really small office. I didn't really have anybody to learn from. I was actually alone most of the time when I went to the office, but then I already
Shout
knew
out to the fucking kid.
I knew of Kenny before getting into the office or before getting into real estate. So I hit him up, joined the team, and then I got to meet Dewey, Jen, and I was just in the atmosphere of like other people that wanted to do well. So I was able to learn from everybody. And then just through persistence, now I'm starting to see success. So yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, I think people can see what I'm getting at is that fun collaborative culture when you're around other agents and everyone's kind of pushing each other and it motivates you to motivate yourself a little bit more. Mauricio, I mean, there's so many agents that are obviously put a lot of work in and built that success and earned it themselves. But I think the team culture, we can take a little bit of credit too. Jen, are you on? I saw your name on there. You got a second to talk about this deal with you and Elias? If you can keep track of which one's which. All right, we'll move on. We'll move on from Jen. If you want to hop on in a second, let me know. Kevin, Bowie, and Joaquin. It sounds like this is the one Joaquin helped you out with Antioch. Let's hear from Joaquin on this one.
Sure. Take it away, Joaquin. If he's on.
Let's hear from Kevin on this one.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Tell us about the deal that you're doing with Kevin.
Yeah, very excited young couple, recently engaged. They're from the city, so they wanted to come out where it's a bit more affordable. So they came out to East Contra Costa, probably showed maybe 3 weekends worth of homes. And we found this one. We kind of took it old school, had a conversation with the listing agent on the phone, seeing what would work. And, K-Dog was helping me along the way, got it to work, and we're in contract, man. So I'm really excited for everybody.
You want to tell them about the story about this house, though? I think I would love to hear it.
So it's a probate. The seller actually passed away in the house. There was an argument in front of the house where the family member, the seller was shot. He went into the house and passed away. So as you can imagine, it was a very delicate conversation we had to have with the buyers and but we made it work. So yeah, they were okay with it at the end. And I could get them some holy water too, so it's all good.
Yeah, there you go. Just like sage that place, it'll be all good. 570 in Antioch too, so it's got to be in a good spot.
Yeah, good zip code.
Yeah, right on. All right, cool. Well, I love seeing the teamwork. Christina, 635, what do you got going on? All right, we'll come back to Christina. I know you're on here, so jump back in when you get a second. Terry and Michael, you want to tell us about this one of you?
I'll go ahead and tell about this one. This is new home construction, Century Communities. The family brought a lavender plan. So new home construction, just a little heads up to most people, when the clients are looking at new home construction, make sure that if they say they want plan 1, make sure you show them plan 2 and 3, because depending on the wait list, some of them will change their mind and take a different plan when their name comes up as they're sitting on these wait lists. So that's what this particular family did too.
Nice. That's a good tip for sure. So it sounds like even if they're set on one, make sure that they're aware of the other models, because from what I'm hearing, new construction is getting pretty brutal as far as the wait list and everything. And if your name gets called, you want to be ready to go. So sweet.
Correct.
And we have a lot of new construction experts on the team. So agents that haven't worked new construction, if you find yourself with clients that are super interested and you should be steering them towards it as an option also, make sure you have a chat with Terry, Christina, some of the new construction people on our team to learn strategies like that and the things you can do to really maximize your success with new construction. Because I think there's going to be more and more new construction as you know, things kind of.
Yeah, we have over like almost 30 pending contracts on team that's new construction. I think you have like 89 escrows or something, but it's a third of our deals are new construction, because that's you'll hear a sigh of relief from a lot of agents when they're shopping and getting beat out, and all of a sudden they just take their clients to new construction and they fall in love with it. They don't have to compete; they can have it to spec. So really learn the inventory. We probably need to be a little more proactive in learning what's out there. There's certain websites you can to go to see all the new construction developments.
Yeah, heads up. Tri-Point Homes is coming out with 300 homes in the Antioch area. Coming up.
Nice. Yep. Good to know. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Terry. And Michael, good job. Angela, are you on the call? Angela Rose. I know you've been busy. How about Rebecca? I know you're on here. Let's hear about this one. You've been on a roll, Rebecca. No? All right. If you hear me, hop back on.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
So yeah, this one, thank you for your help. It was due to the listing agent. First of all, I was on it. It was a coming soon I sent to my client. We were the first showing, the first day they allowed showings. She loved that we were on it and just wanted to get in there right away. Then after keeping in touch with her, turns out she knows Kenny, she knows you. She had a lot of good things to say about you, John, and you guys, I guess she started her career with you. And so she was, asking how you were doing. So I got in touch with you, and thanks to you following up, giving her a quick call. And we're FHA, we beat out a conventional and cash offer because she knew we would get the thing closed and done.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that worked out. Yeah, I put in a good word, and she's up against a contingent conventional offer, but I'm trying. And so I was stoked that it worked out. Hopefully one of these days my name gets me some deals, because I'm happy that it's helped out some agents on our team so far, but no, I'm just kidding. And I mean, I think that shows the power of, building your network in this business, because in a market like this, any little connection that you can leverage, any little thing that you can do to maybe make your offer stand out a little bit more, might make a difference. So I'm sure that
I have a really quick tip. I learned something from the mastermind this weekend. The number one team in San Diego, they have their buyer's agent on this new strategy where they offer to pay for the seller's closing costs. Granted, seller closing costs a little more expensive there, but you factor it in. It just, when they see that on the offer, it just like I've literally never seen that before of the hundreds of deals I've done. So if you provide seller closing costs, it could be like $5-7 grand or 10, but they really stop and look at that offer a little bit closer, which gives you the edge on a purchase. So it's something to think about.
Yeah, like all the little things, and it just makes it stand out more, and it shows it more serious. So even though it might just translate to $5,000-$10,000, it, like Kenny was saying, it makes that offer stand out, and what we can do to get our offers to stand out.
Christina, you're back.
What's up, everyone?
Fresh out of the dentist.
Hey, John. Well, I was about to go in, and then you called my name. So real quick, my escrow is on the Pinole home that I was listing. So we got into contract. We had several offers, and it went pretty fast. I think it was like 4 days. So, and one thing I really have to say is that the local lender is the way to go. So the buyer had JVM lending. They were so good at communication between me, the buyer, the buyer's agent, and the appraisal went super fast. They even did a drive-by appraisal on top of that. So this deal has been just seamless. So I am so happy, because every other deal I have is a little bit of a nightmare, but great learning. And I mean, on top of the local lending, I also had one of my buyers switch lenders that I'm keep writing offers and losing. So I'm just telling you guys that if you're using the bigger banks, I'm now learning that it's harder to get into some of these non-contingent that everyone's doing. But when you're using a local lender, they really can step the game up for you and help you with the wins.
Yeah.
So I have a quick question for you guys. Like I've heard this 3 times this week from different agents, where they got in contract and a week later, the appraisal still isn't out there yet because they're using like a chase or something. Like who here has experienced a delayed and not even getting the appraisal back, but the appraisal even going out there? Renan, I saw you raise your hand.
Yeah, I got the appraisal to go out there last week, but we haven't gotten
the report back, and I'm constantly following up with the lender. And he hasn't gotten anything back yet, so now they're escalating it.
Yeah, so this is why like storytelling. Sorry.
This is Laura. I heard Wells Fargo was doing the same thing. I have one for the VA loan. That one, it's taking a little while, but it's a VA loan, so it's just a process. But the bank is out of San Antonio, Texas, so it's a little difficult there.
So strategy to like handle objections before they come up. An objection is like, well, I want to stick with my bank. You want to attack the objection before it comes up. So you could tell your clients, if you're using a local bank, like a big bank, like a Chase and Bank of America and such, typically, and I'm not saying this for everyone. In fact, it's actually different in South Bay and San Francisco. But locally, if a lender is typically working with one of these big banks, they have a lot of business coming in. They take the call center business, they take the walk-in business, they just have online inquiries. So that person's pretty busy, and they're also less. So they're in a long line to even get processed. So me and Jen worked with a buyer last week. I mean, it's not too crazy, but they inquired on Thursday, sent the application in, and by Tuesday they still didn't hear anything from the lender. So you can use that to your advantage, like telling people, the big banks, there's so much business coming in that these people are salaried and bonus. So they don't make as much money because they're not as incentivized by the bank as a mortgage broker. People that work at mortgage broker companies make more money because they have to go fish for their own business versus a big bank. So the people at the big bank, they usually are less experienced in that market, because if they were good, they would go mortgage brokers so they can earn more money. So you can kind of use that to your advantage. Like typically they're less experienced. And then imagine the board appraiser and how many inquiries they're getting as a large national institution, to get that appraiser out to do a tight time frame to write a more competitive offer is just much more difficult. So this is probably why you might want to work with a bigger broker and independent broker, mortgage broker. Because in fact, many times you work with these brokers, they actually shop your loan. And you might end up with your loan with Chase, but you didn't actually go through Chase to get that Chase rate. So you should totally work with a mortgage broker. And I can tell you a bunch of horror stories about my peers. And this is where you actually have to go into storytelling mode about these nightmares that like Renan and Christina and Lauren just went through. So that way, you don't get kicked out contract. So attacking that head on during the buyer consultation is really important to kind of get people to sway your way. Versus, oh, you're using Chase, you should use this. Well, you didn't explain them why. You should actually explain to them before they even bring it up. So that way you're not countering them, but you're getting in front of that conversation.
Yeah, talking about the lender and getting them on a lender that that you can trust to do a good job is definitely something you want to accomplish in the buyer's consultation. Because if you wait too long, then it's just a tougher conversation. And really, you want to paint the picture that it puts them at a competitive disadvantage to work with some of the bigger lenders, because they might want to stick with Wells Fargo or whatever just because it's easy. But if they realize that lender, the rate's just as competitive with a local lender, and trying to stick with the big bank could be the difference between getting the house or not, that they'll be a little more inclined to take the time to switch over. If you really make them realize that it's going to make them less competitive. But like Kenny was saying, it's something you want to attack early on, because not after when you're getting ready to write your first offer and you're like getting ready to close when everyone else is writing shorter. It's a little harder to have that conversation when
I'll give you an example. Christina is in some deal for which side we're on, but we're on the buyer side for a condo, and then it's a commercial unit at Dellington, so it's not a normal unit. It's 3 commercial units in a building of like 112 units or so. So they can't even find Chase Bank. They can't even find the right appraiser to go out. So we had to get an extension. But if there was more demand on the property, they would probably kick us out of contract. So that's something to think about too. Is can you even get the home or not using the mortgage broker or Chase Bank?
Nice. Yeah. And Rebecca just dropped something in chat. I just got a text from my local lender. She's sending me a referral pre-approved and ready to go. That's another thing with working with a smaller lender, is it's a relationship that can really go both ways. So if you send, lenders work with a lot of agents, but if you're consistently sending them business, then they will send you business, because it's, reciprocity is kind of how some of this business works. So it's definitely, like Rebecca said, another plus. I get at least a few deals a year from my lenders that are my go-to lenders. So super important to have good relationships with local lenders. All right, back to the escrows. I think we got everybody on here. Jen, Kenny, and Dewey. Dewey, you want to talk about this one real quick? Still there? How about Renan and Dalray? I think this is
I can speak on that one real quick. Guy I talked about a year ago, no, 2 years ago, a year ago on the phone. was ready to buy, but then took a step back. And then turns out this year they were shopping in new construction in 901 Jefferson Street and then somewhere else. They tried to buy a unit that previous weekend and then it was sold out. I think maybe Will brought a buyer in or someone on our team brought a buyer in. So they called me. They had a appointment planned already to meet with Tri-Point, Ellis Station, Central Station in West Oakland. And I mean, the dad's a broker. He's active, but he knew the power of like local representation. So we ended up having to kick back half commission. But honestly, like they already pre-scheduled a meeting. We went there. I had Dewey go out because I was town. Met there, wrote up the contract, or met them look at 3 homes, and that was it. And then to what Terry said earlier, originally he wanted this floor plan, but then he looked at the other ones and turned out the other one would come sooner. So he just swapped into that floor plan. So got in contract, really clean deal. They're still shopping around lenders right now because when you're doing new construction, if you guys don't know this already, when you're buying new construction, typically the buyer pays for all the city transfer tax, which could be double. So in Oakland, buying 800 grand property, you could be paying another like almost 6 grand in transfer tax. That's why using their lender gives you an incentive. But for some reason, the buyer's a little more skeptical. They're still shopping. I gave them a couple more lender options, but I feel that the lender for the development is probably the best bet, but they're still shopping. But we're in contract, and that was a pretty clean, easy offer deal to work with.
Nice, I like it. Renan, you there?
I'm here. Hello. This is my condo actually. My personal condo where my little ones were born. So
nice.
I'm actually very happy to have partnership with Dalray. She joined about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, and Kenny had her call me, and she's in the Palo Alto area. I'm like, hey, you haven't had a deal in a while. Let's go join the team, and here you go. Let's partner up with me and get this. And man, I'm so happy to have partnership with her because she was just go, go, go. Like she showed me the ways basically. So happy for this partnership.
Awesome. I love, and that's another special thing I think about this team is how much we invest in the partnerships, not just, long term, but just even in one-off deals here and there. There's so much you can get out of it. So it's great to hear, and congrats on getting in contract on your place.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Yeah, we had 24 new escrows this week in the last 7 days, and 7 of them are partnerships. So I realized like you can do a lot more teaming up with someone.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it's a special thing about this team. Vivian, are you on the call? I think you are, because I just saw you warn everyone about guaranteed rate. So you want to talk about your?
You gotta mute yours. Yeah, so this one, oh my God. San Leandro, we beat out 24 other offers. It was funny because when I first sent in the offer, we were at 875. And then after I kept following up, I was being that annoying agent saying, hey, what's our status? How many offers you have in hand? It went from 7 to 17 to 24. And at the 24 mark, I let my clients know, I was like, look, we have a lot of competition. Can you bump it up? And they said 925. I was like, all right, let's go. And then got a call later that night, and the agent was just like, what made you come up? And I was like, well, the comps in the area, the highest is 950, and this one's pretty original. And he's like, well, good job. And I was like, yes. So yeah, we had a 5-day inspection contingency because they didn't do a home inspection. And I actually lined that up, I think 5 days before the offer date, just to be quick, and got into escrow. Next day was the inspection date, got the inspection back, and now we're contingency free.
Nice, I like it. And that's a pro tip there I'm sure a lot of you use, but for newer agents or people that don't realize, you should have relationships with your inspector, or if it's a big company like HomeGuard, they're used to it, where if you're writing an offer and you feel like you're gonna have a pretty good chance and you need to be competitive and you need to schedule inspections, just schedule them for as close to the offer date as you can. Then you're writing an offer on Tuesday, and then you already have an appointment for inspections on Thursday or Friday. You can write a short inspection contingency. So if you don't get it, just cancel them. I mean, that's something that I learned from my mentor a long time ago.
Yeah, there's no cost to cancel too. And then like the next person they'll immediately get that spot out to someone urgent all the time.
Yeah. Inspectors are used to it, so it's definitely a strategy that you should be using all the time if you're going to need inspections. All right, we're coming up here on time. We've got so many escrows, so let's get through these. Dewey, we're going to hear from you in a minute. Another 1.2, but we're going to get back to Dewey shortly. Let's hear from Anna and Jason. The price here is the exact same. It looks like they're working together on this one. Let's hear how that went down.
Go for it, Jason.
What?
Is he not going to talk?
Yeah, we'll hear from you. But one thing that I heard from both of you separately multiple times is how much that you both appreciated the old school negotiation on the phone. So that's pretty cool to have that relationship to where you can just hash it out and put it together. But why don't you tell us about it, Anna? That was a sweet listing. And also, we forgot to put the crown on.
Yeah,
but
I was just gonna say.
I know this is Anna's first deal with the team, so just imagine a crown on here. We messed up. We're just trying to hold it together without Elias here. We're just lucky we have slides.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where the heck's my crown? I was so disappointed.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, this was a fun process. I've been working with these sellers for months, getting their house together, like 9 months. They listened to everything I said to do and fixed. I mean, not that there was a lot to fix, but we worked hard at getting it done. And it was pretty sweet to have it go live on the market. And it was fun to talk to Jason because I, did the old school. I was a realtor in a different state and we just didn't do the back and forth via email and forms. We just called each other and we were like, listen, what can you do? So I sort of took that approach because I knew Jason would work hard. And so it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. I mean, and it's again, shows you the power of your network, and obviously they're on the same team and that goes a long way, but
they passed up a non-contingent offer that was very close to the number that's on the screen, only because of our relationship.
Yeah. So really, I can't stress enough how important relationships are in this business. So, they can and will one day be the difference between getting an offer accepted and coming up just a little bit short. So really value and build those relationships you have in this industry. I guess Jason's not on here, but congratulations to Jason too. Also, I believe that was I know the story from his Instagram. It's a Zillow Flex buyer, and he was joking like he was prepping his clients for how competitive the market is and how tough it's going to be and how it might take a while and they might have to write a bunch of offers. And then he goes and gets their offer accepted on one of the very first properties. It's the first property they wrote on, and I think one of the very first properties that he saw. So, power of a good agent and a good team at work there. But good job to Jason, even though he didn't prepping his clients for the tough market.
It was funny because I got to know the neighbors pretty well of this particular listing, and the guy across the street was like, I don't care who buys it, but just make sure they don't have teenage boys, because he has 2 teenage girls, and Jason's clients have 2 teenage boys. So he was like, are you kidding me, Anna? Like, seriously, you're my worst nightmare right now. Sorry.
Oh, man. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't need any. I got a few years, but I definitely don't want to.
On your, oh no, wait, actually, I'm on mute. Sorry.
All right, we got the last couple here. Vivian, another one through. We got a couple big ones to finish off. Vivian, you want to tell us about this one? Or Michael, if you want to hop on, it's a $3 million almost on this page right here.
Oh, I'm here too. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you gotta mute everyone in the trap house. All right, Vivian, let's hear it.
So this one is my listing on Ocean View. My client originally had gotten an offer pre-market, and then they backed out. So we officially came to market. We ended up with 4 offers. One of them was all cash, but he opted for more money, and these buyers had actually came in 3 times. So I pushed them 5,000 over what they originally offered.
Good job. So what is that? What is that this past week for you? How much was the first one? 2.4-ish, 2.3? Pretty good week.
Oh, and I have, let's see, one listing coming on this week, one listing probably coming on in either next week or 2 weeks, and then another one hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
How many deals did you do last year, Vivian? How many deals did you do last year?
I want to say 11.
How many deals are you on right now? You came over in, was it January?
Yeah, I think this is it's going to be like 12 or 13.
That's crazy. So like, I mean, like Marissa, you guys are doing more deals in a quarter.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Damn, John, you just gonna forget about Dewey that finally cracked $1 million club. I see you, bro.
Well, hey, Dewey. All right. Speaking of Dewey.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I forgot about Dewey. You just had
wait. Don't cut off Michael. Wait, go back to Michael.
I don't know if Michael is here. Michael, are you here?
Yeah.
Let's hear. This is a pretty good one too, Michael. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, it was a mission to get this one accepted, but actually, crazy story. I was cold calling the area, and I cold called the actual coming soon from Danielle before it was even coming soon on the market, and so so he forwarded my info to Danielle, the listing agent. And so Danielle calls me out of nowhere, and I'm like, hello. She's like, hi, is this Michael? Yeah. So she's like, yeah, the seller just forwarded your info to me. And I'm like, oh yeah, I was just cold calling the area, just seeing if anybody is considering seeing an offer on their home. And they were like coming soon, and they got on the market. So I just built rapport with them, just kind of, showed my buyers the home and everything like that, and just stayed on her. Me staying on her pretty much all week kind of made me stand out a lot, and made me get that deal. So yeah. Hey, you take her out to dinner? Nah, she got a boyfriend, so.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, and I think we've heard it from a few of these agents, just staying on the listing agent, being.
It's just having, good communication skills with the listing agent. I think that's like very important. I guess like comes back to the old school like thing where, really negotiating on the phone and really just being open about numbers. If everybody's really closed about numbers, then it's going to be tough to really negotiate a deal. And so, you just got to really, stay on them, and, don't be rude or picky, just be professional about it. And I think that they'll be able to give you the answers you need.
Yep. Yeah, that's perfect. Establish yourself as someone you want to work with even before, from when you're scheduling the showing, because you want to build that relationship and establish yourself as someone that they want to be in escrow with. So good job, man. That's a big one. Is this the biggest one of your career?
Yeah, it is.
Nice, dude. Congratulations. Good job. All right. Well, I wish that was perfect. I forgot about Dewey. I just have a whole slide with his face on it.
My bad. That was my fault.
Dewey is our fast story of the week. Elias is the one that put this together, so he obviously has a lot of love and respect. You know him, you love him, Dewey Vong. Dewey is OG fast. I know Dewey. I remember Dewey when Dewey was like brand new. I came around Climb like Dewey. Dewey, when did you join Climb? When did you start?
October 2018, and then right after I signed on, I was like, hey, Karina, should I go on vacation or should I cancel the trip and work? And she was like, go on vacation. So I didn't fully start till January 2019.
Yep.
Yeah. So
and it's been all go since.
When I was first around Dewey was like a brand new agent, and he, you could see that he was going to be a good one because he was just putting in the work. Like he was a couple months in, and it was like, man, Dewey's work too hard. He's going to get burned out. And look at him now. Huge ambassador for the brand, helped make those jackets happen. Just always out there. DM Dewey, like. I think Dewey really embodies kind of the foundation of what this company and what this team is about. And he just joined the 1 million club with 1.2 last week.
Yeah, so I'm actually here at the appraiser right now. It's a JVM deal. So it came in as a Redfin lead, and then had like a 17-minute call. I tried to do the ALMS, and it became a 17-minute call. And then wrote a few offers for them. Thank you, Viv, for putting out the word to our former team to try to get our offers up there.
lost out on that, and we went full speed ahead on this one. Beat out 6 other offers for this. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work, but finally cracking $1 million club.
Nice. Well, yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. Showing up's half the battle. Dewey's got a lot of little gems that if you just apply to your business and how you go about your day, you're gonna be successful. Dewey's obviously got his hands full, but you want to drop any other words of wisdom for new and experienced agents alike, so we can be like you, Dewey?
Showing up is half the battle.
I know. I already said that one. That's everybody knows. You got.
I didn't pay attention, Ben. The biggest L is in the lesson, not in the loss.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Right on, man. Well, hey, Peter, why don't you tell us, you've been spending a lot of time with Dewey. Why don't you, real quick, just 1 second about what you see in Dewey that makes him successful?
He just knows his shit. He's pretty like scatterbrained in comparison to me. And it's like every other minute, it's like, oh shit, I gotta run into this cop. Oh shit, I gotta go to the meeting. But he gets it done. So I think maybe it's his youth and he can retain all that memory. And then actually he backs it up with the knowledge. And he's super likable. And you gotta be able to relate to the clients.
Yeah, that's all good. And for the newer agents too, I mean, just keep in mind that Dewey has not been doing this for very long. So if you have the right approach, you can, and put the time in, you can, being new isn't something that you really have to worry about too much, because you can put the work in and it's not much of a hurdle that you can uncover. Just be genuine and build that knowledge, and you can be successful in this business for sure. Dewey,
Dewey's just an action taker. Dewey just does it. I give him a lead, he just runs with it. Like, tell him this, you should try this. He just does it. So there's no like hesitation. And that's another thing I learned about like mastermind this week. The people who has a plan and creates a short distance from just go ahead and executing that plan are going to be most successful. Because while many people are in indecision making, indecision is like paralysis. So you're stuck in your business because you're waiting for that perfect thing to do something, and then you're waiting for that to be perfect. You realize when you're running a business, you're never nothing ever goes the way you want to. You're just constantly growing. Like we have many different things going on. We're just kind of pushing through. We'll fix it and move on. But Dewey just does it, and he just figures it out.
Dewey does it.
And
our fearless leader, baby, king of the crows.
Yeah, let's go. Right on. Well, we're a little bit past. We had so many escrows. I was worried when I had to fill in for Elias. I was like, man, how am I going to make this? How am I going to make this last an hour? But let's just wrap it up here. Company stats. I mean, you see this every week. We're at almost $80 million close with the average price of 725 and change. We have almost 60 million pending, 86 sides. It's awesome. 700,000 just about for average price. 24 new escrows last week. I don't know what our record is for units in one week.
That's the record.
24. Yeah, 24, and I'm probably going to break it again soon. So 24 new record-setting week in units, and I'm guessing that almost 18.5 million pending is also a week. So record-setting week. Obviously with all those escrows we had to get through, and lots of big transactions in there, and you know they all count. So great job, everybody. This is awesome. Real quick, Real Scout training. Don't forget about the team calendar, but we have a big one on Thursday. We have the Real Scout training Thursday at 11:30, and that's actually hosted by Real Scout. Like, I've been using Real Scout for a long time, but I plan on joining that meeting because I'm sure there's some features and things that we can all learn from, whether you're brand new to Real Scout or not. And hopefully everyone's got the Real Scout up and running. If you have any questions about that.
John, so with our Real Scout account, now that we have an enterprise level account, which is like a broker level account, there's a lot of bonuses in the back, features that are unlocked that you can do, like market data study, tweaking certain prices to see how many views. There's a lot of cool stuff that you guys have probably never seen before. I haven't either, or that's worked with it. So definitely want to make it that class. It's going to help you win. If you guys want to get in the listing side, data is everything. So that class, you're going to learn how to like look at more data and how to use that to your advantage.
Yeah, and getting access to some of those broker level tools that aren't available just to individual Real Scout users was one of the big things that motivated Kenny to make it happen. So make sure you learn how to use those. This Thursday, 11:30. You should have gotten an email with the link, and again, that's hosted by the Real Scout team, so don't miss it. Just a quick reminder on your leadership team. For the sake of time, we'll skip this. But main thing to take away from this is there's a lot of support. If you ever feel like you need anything, you're not sure what to do, you need some direction, you need to bounce some ideas off something, just reach out to any of us. Offices are going great. I talked about that a little bit in the beginning. We'll talk about Brentwood. It should be ready for people to start working out of, as soon as late next week. There's still going to be little things going on here and there, but I can text you your key. You can get set up on the app. It's pretty sweet. Just works really easily. Reach out to me if you have any questions, but I know a few of you are really ready to start getting in there. So it's almost ready for you. Take a time.
So I have a comment on that too. So the office is open for anyone in our team or downline. If you guys want to bring guests there, completely fine to do that, but don't leave guests there alone if you're not there. Same with Industrious, because it's just a weird thing. Security. So totally invite. I mean, it's a 3,000 square feet office. I don't know how many people are actually going to be there on most days. So feel free to bring people to just introduce them to the office, and you can have that conversation, take it wherever you want to go.
Yeah, right on. It's a really cool space, and thanks, Kenny, for making it happen. All right, so we went a little bit long this week, but we'll wrap up with this. If your real estate career was a book, what would you call your current chapter? Anyone, you might want to think about it for a second, but if anything comes to mind, drop it in the chat. It's a very, very thought-provoking question here. Chapter 1, I like it too. I mean, there's a lot that's awesome that as simple as it is, that says a lot for where you're at to call it chapter 1, because that you've got a long way to go, but you've already had a lot of success. Overcoming buyer consultation fears, Martinique. Well, you're in a great spot. So, role play, Zoom, with the pandemic and not being able to meet in person. There's a lot of people on the team that really sharpen their buyer presentation skills on Zoom. So anytime, I'm sure there's people, new agents and experienced agents alike, that would definitely be down to role play buyers presentations. If you ever want to chat, reach out to me, but it's nothing to fear. So just make it happen. Practice makes perfect, and progress, not perfection. Just keep working on it. Just take the fear out of it and just keep working on it. Concept still needs to be published. I like it, Peter. I mean, same thing. Like you're having a bunch of success and you're in the early stages. So we're excited to just see where it goes. Starting a new beginning, Donna, that's awesome. The Force awakens. Yep, the Force is definitely awakening with his team. The rise of opportunity, love it, Kyle. Lots of opportunity out there, and you're really making it, just jumping on and taking advantage of it. Martinique, for sure, reach out. Yeah, reach out to me, reach out to anyone. Buyer's consultation is one of your foundational tools of this career. So it's something that you want to feel confident in. And like I said, just practice is really the key. Somehow I manage. Karina, somehow you do manage, and you do a fantastic job, and we all love and appreciate you, and you do a fantastic job of managing, and it's only because you care so much that it's so much, but we all really play. Kevin Bowie,
it's the office reference as well for those who know. You know.
I didn't catch that office reference, but it's perfect. How to golf and sell real estate at the same time. That's good. That's a good one, Kevin. Let's work on that on Friday. Amazing adventures working with a team. I like that. I think that's Terry. Terry, I think you're Nyla. And it's been quite an adventure, and we're just getting started. May the Force be with you. We're definitely in the Force. Eric Kang, you're definitely not broke. Escrows and Escrows. Mauricio, I think 3 or 4. It's a good title. Life of a Crow. Start with why. Michael, I think you might have some copyright problems with that one, but it's a great philosophy to have for sure. Eric Kang, you might need that AA handbook at some point. Enjoying the marathon. I like it, Darren. The marathon is definitely a good way to think about what we do, because it's the long-term effort that we put in that will get us to the success we want. The leap, Ophelia, I love it. I mean, I think everyone in this business feels like they've taken a leap at some point, and I think you need to really get to the next level of success. Chapter 1, real estate daddy. I like it, Omar. It's like, one of the reasons that I chose this career is, I've got some little ones too, and it's sometimes can be the least flexible job ever, but when you get to go and chaperone those field trips, and you get to pick up your kids from school and then do some networking and make the most and kind of the best of both worlds, I think that you're really going to be good with that. Jung Hee, Crime and Punishment. She's joking. The Escrows strike back. They definitely strike back sometimes. Hill, Hoods, Homes, and Hustle. I like it. Christina, Hills, Hoods, Homes, and Hustle. Yeah, that's a good one. Right on. Well, cool, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there. I hope I did a half decent job being Elias today. Nobody can fill his shoes or his t-shirt biceps, but thanks for being here. Great meeting.
Thank you,
Thanks,
John.
Any
Thank you for
comments, Kenny?
hosting.
Good job, John. Good job.
All right. Thank you.
Cool. All right, everyone.
All right.
Right
Have
on.
a blessed week.
Bye.